Okay, so this is the 7th episode of the Psychic Wave podcast. I'm Andrew, and I'm here with Krist.
What's
Her
up?
musician name is Kristolyss, and she just released some new music, and that's mainly why we're here to talk.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so of course at the end of all this, or in the description box, I'll put all of your links so people can check it out and do all that. I listened to it, and so the beat's sick. We just talked a little bit before about how you like reverb.
Yes. It's a staple.
I like reverb too. I think that's like common for people that like psychedelic rock. Like you hide the shitty vocals. But I'm not saying that in your case. I'm not.
No, absolutely.
I'm saying that
if I have shitty vocals to hide, let's, dunk it in some reverb.
Yeah, just add some ambiance in the back.
I don't care,
But it wasn't. It was not shitty. I listened to it and dude, it's super good. I really liked it.
Thank you. I've been wanting to put something out for a long time, but it's very daunting, kind of like representing yourself to kind of like whoever will listen,
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting because you're not really selling something. Like, most people can stream music, like, yeah. I'm not like, buy it, like 99 cents, like, why? So I can just buy a burrito, like, I'm good.
Sometimes you need a burrito, though.
Well, the burrito budget is set. So, okay. So basically, if I'm not selling something, which I'm glad I'm not selling something, and if I'm not really, like, asking for anything, it's kind of, I don't know. I just always was like, but how do you, like, ask people to listen to your music? Like, which is funny because...
You force them. you just force them to.
Just turn the lights off, lock the doors. You'll like it, I promise.
I've been drunk at a few too many parties. I don't do this anymore, but I've been like...
Oh, stop.
Check out this song. That I like.
Disclaimer, he doesn't do this anymore.
I don't do this anymore.
He doesn't do... I don't drink. I did not bring these.
No, I mean, I at a few parties, when I was making even shittier music than I'm making now, I would force people to listen to my music. Once they're already hammered, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah,
that's good." Like statutory
ear rape
music. Yeah, like that's like parental advisory, like something. You're breaking some kind of law.
I'm being rude. I'm being a fucking asshole when I do that.
But, like, would your songs fit, like, the vibe of the party?
No. No. That's why I'm saying I don't do it anymore. But I did it twice.
Sure.
And then after I was like, oh.
What, like, made you... Because, like...
I was drunk.
You have to have... See, I don't really get drunk very often, so I don't have the gumption to be like, oh, by the way... I just recorded my voice and I want you to hear it. Like, that's weird. Like,
I'm extremely delusional when I get drunk.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so. I saw you drunk at a party. And you were just passing out more drinks. Like that's the first thing I remember. And Tess told me that we came to this party because, first of all, the story of how we first interacted is very magical because it was on Tumblr. Yeah. I don't know like where to look. I'm like, Tumblr.
Right in there.
Yeah, there it is. The light's very bright. But
yeah, my bad.
But Tess or you or both of you or everyone in the world invited me to this Halloween party. And so I was like down, and me and my friend Desiree came, like not in costumes, like probably in something similar to what I'm wearing now. And we brought like the bong, and then you guys were just like, drinks. Like, and I was like, I don't drink like this. Like, just like on the couch, But no, it was awesome. And that's what Tess said. I remember she was like, yeah, when we're at parties, Drew just passes out more drinks. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, and she was like, yeah, like, and I was like dying. Like that night I laughed so hard, but it obviously went really well because we haven't hung out since.
Right? Yeah. Made a great impression.
And that was like, 2 Halloweens ago?
It was a while back. But the reason for that is because like, and I'm trying to make excuses for my actions now. No, but
it's like I never met you because like
I try to be hospitable.
I mean, I wish I was productive in general, but like imagine being productive at a party. Like, I was just
There was a reason.
Okay, explain yourself.
at that time, we had it.
We showed up late to this party, by the way, so it was like in full swing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's not like, you know, we showed up right away and like, you know, you guys are like, but I mean, maybe you were like, that's why we should hang out more.
Yeah, let's hang out more. But at that time, we had our first apartment, and we were just always getting fucked up, and so our tolerance was like really high for everything, and anytime my friends throw parties, they do this thing where they get really uncomfortable. Like, they don't know how to act. And so they always ask me to bring, unless it's my cousin, because he does music stuff too. Okay. But they always ask me to, cool. Yeah, he's cool. But they always ask me to bring music, bring the speakers. They ask me what drinks to get. And so Ashley, who
you should be charging a small fee.
I do.
That's, you know, an equipment fee.
Yeah, an equipment fee. I used to do stuff like that. But no, I'm kidding.
No.
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 All right, but back to you.
Okay.
Enough about me at parties.
I actually remember where I started. Basically, I wasn't comfortable with coming across as an artist or whatever, or trying to come across like that. And building that kind of brand or whatever, because like that's not really what I'm trying to do, like with my life. Like I would like that to be a part of my everyday life, like making music and like collaborating and recording. And
of course.
I love that. Like I didn't finish all of my schooling for audio engineering, but I went for like a year, and like I was like, oh, I'm gonna start working right away. And then I was just kind of like,
yeah. So this AC hum in the back is pissing you off.
Me?
No, because you did the audio engineering stuff.
Oh, right. Joking. Dude, I was going to say that, though, during the sound check. I was about to be like, I am an audio engineer. But, like, my sense of humor is saying the opposite of what I would say. So I was like, that could come off weird.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about the low hums. But
so you want to make music and art a part of what you do, but you don't necessarily want to have the impression that that's what you're trying to do for a living?
Yes, because I think, and it's hard to kind of word it the way that's perfect, because I have a lot of, you know, friends and acquaintances who are putting stuff out who I'm like, you know, loving and supporting. So it's like, it's not that I think that they don't represent themselves well, or that they don't, you know, like that they're not going to go somewhere, but like, I don't know, like, that's not my number one goal. Like, if I put something out, like, that's enough success, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
that should be it.
If you're gonna say, like, you know, this is my music and this is my brand, and, like, you know, beyond that road to success, like, I believe that you'll get there.
Right.
But for me, it's like, I'm not sure that that's completely the way that I want to, like, experience my own music, I guess. Like, it's fun enough just to make something and then just like put it out. Like,
exactly, yeah.
Like now I just want to like put things out. Like ever since I dropped my first song, Behind Time, a week ago.
Check it out.
Now I just want to keep putting stuff out because I'm like, oh, it's like not a big deal at all. But
no. You should be able to do whatever you want.
Right. And like, why can't I write an album for like my mom and then just like give it to her?
You can. You should.
Know? Or like instead of birthday cards, like we all just like record something.
But you know what I find about that is that lots of times like I've written songs for people or about people before, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it means more to me than it ever will mean to them. Like, yeah. And so when you
do you think because of like the reflection and like the pondering that takes place, like as you're creating?
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot that goes into it. It's extremely romantic, even in a friendship way, to write a song about somebody and to just spend, a bunch of hours like trying to make a song about it. It's very
earnest, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very
But yeah, I don't know, it's just hard with music because you should be able to write anything that you want and then put it out. And the thing is just people take it too seriously. And if you want to make money with it, there are certain things that you have to do. You don't necessarily have to sell out, but there are certain steps that you need to take so that people will notice you. But if you want to just put out music, fucking put out some music. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think like, cause I don't really know much about like what happens once you get past a certain point if I'm not past that point. You know what I'm saying?
As far as success goes?
Yeah, but I'm sure that like as your success grows, like your circle has to get bigger, and that must be like much harder to manage. It must be like very difficult to spread yourself.
I think what happens is you go through a bunch of people that surround you, your close circle of people. Yeah. You go through them really quickly. Some people go away and new people come. And then what ends up happening, I think, is that the people around you, once you build more success, you start paying them to manage all the exterior things.
Right.
So that you can kind of just do your thing.
It is a bubble.
So you can kind of just do your thing, and then, you know, you have maybe like 10 people that you rely on for everything else. And those people become a huge part of your family or your business.
Yeah. I wonder if that gets like running a classroom.
Like all your degenerate
like
friends
would
are
our
now.
teachers be like really good like pop stars? Like they can just manage like all of their team and then just, you know, let things come in and say yes, no.
I don't know. Yeah, have some of my teachers be my managers. Miss McAdams. Who else was hot? You guys want to be
Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, she's hot.
She's like
she's a babe.
Favorites, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
She just has so much conviction.
Conviction? Is that what you call a fat ass these days? I'm just kidding.
She's white, man. Like, I wouldn't call anyways.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say.
No, go there.
No.
You don't think white girls can have fat asses?
I didn't say that. I just, in comparison, it's like, why even throw yourself up there? Like,
right, but when you've got one in a room, you get Rachel McAdams in a room. Are you really going to tell her that she doesn't have a fat ass?
I don't know. Like, is that something she wants me to tell her?
This is imaginary. You can tell her
what if
anything
we're
you
talking about something else? Am I just supposed to be like, sorry, like, you know? Because that's how people come off to me when they give compliments. Like,
oh, really?
Like, I don't actually believe in compliments.
You don't? Well, that's good.
No, I think compliments are just like if you want to like be intimate with someone.
Yeah, sure.
Or if you want to like.
But there's a different level of compliments.
Like attain something.
Sure. Sometimes I'll compliment somebody because I want them to know that I enjoyed their company.
But it probably sounds like a fact. Whereas compliments are kind of like, I feel like people are fumbling when they get them
compliments are a little out of place.
Yeah, or like, maybe I like read them wrong, but it's like.
I don't know what it's like to be.
Like Amy Schumer has this joke where she's like, I feel like I've heard all of my compliments that are like catered to me. Like, I'm not saying she worded it this way, but she basically said like, I know what people are going to praise.
Right.
So if I'm out with a guy and he's like, you have such beautiful eyes, I'm going to be like, would have heard that by now. Like basically that he's like gassing her up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I agreed with that. I was like,
that's so negative though, man. What if somebody actually looks in your eyes and thinks you have beautiful eyes?
Well, then it's not negative, but
most of the time, compliments come off as totally. You can see where they're coming from.
I think they're unnecessary. They're like wrapping paper.
It's like
you're like,
yeah, I get it.
You know,
you're out with somebody, you're having a good time, and you're both feeling it, and then they like try to push something on you. You're like, whoa, dude, we're having a good time. Like,
I don't know. It could be any scenario, though. Don't you think? Like.
Maybe I don't get enough compliments.
No, like, for example, like, because, you know, like, you'll say, like, oh, cool shirt, man, or whatever, you know? But, like, everyone does that. And they don't just say it about, like, a cool shirt or whatever. They'll be like to my little sister, they'll be like, oh, my God, you're so skinny. And it's like, what? And she's so young, and she's like,
I get what you're
you know, it doesn't affect her, like, ruin her day. Like, we, you know, skip along, like, you know, doing whatever we're doing.
It is weird.
It kind of makes you pause, like, why are you telling me that I'm skinny unless, like, I was blind? You know, like, I obviously see myself and I see my weight. So it's like, why tell me, like, so that I can like stop thinking about whatever I'm thinking about and like focus on that.
I think what it probably is that they want to say something to you.
Oh, not to me.
No, or just no, no, but they
flings the mic off. No, I'm not talking about me.
No, but even in that scenario, they probably want to say something to that person that they complimented, so that person enjoys them more. Like,
right.
Like I want to tell you a compliment so that you like me.
To attain something.
Yeah, it's not even for you. It's not for you.
Exactly. Unless you're like, nice DVD collection. Like, you know they respect your films.
Right. Like, there's a
like,
difference between telling somebody they've got nice DVDs.
Or a nice shirt. Or like, oh, your smile like just made my day.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it doesn't matter if it's cheesy. If it's like, you can just tell like, it's not the run of the mill. Like,
you can tell when it's honest. But there are some things that we like shuffle through that are like the same stuff. Sorry. Hit the mic with the lollipop.
Yeah, it's essential. It matches.
It does. You got a Stevie Nicks vibe going right now.
Just today.
Yeah,
I really like wearing things that are really soft.
Me too,
or
man.
Kind of metallic, and this is both. So
but I
wouldn't say like that's my style. You know, like I'm not cool enough to be like Stevie Nicks.
Let me clarify. Today there is a Stevie Nicks style. No, but
as of right now, but only for 10 hours.
Yeah, as soon as clock strikes 1.
Back to music though.
Yeah. So
because although I sound like I don't care about like putting my music out, which I do care, it's just kind of like it can be embarrassing if you don't like navigate that right, you know?
I put out so many shitty songs that I like it's for me, but I get that.
I mean, you know, it's not that I don't know, I'm past that, but basically it's like a lollipop holder.
Oh my god,
that's meant to be. There's another one I should have brought.
We do a lot of work on here. So I've been meaning to ask you though, when did you first get into music? Because you've got a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And so the first time I saw anything of you, you were singing Radiohead with some guy on the street or something. And I was like,
yeah, that guy's my friend now, which is funny.
That guy's my friend now.
When we sang that, well, like we were friends that day, but you know, after we sang together and we're talking, like we had just met. But yeah, the reason why I like have a little disclaimer is because it's like, although I don't know, you know, like I wasn't always comfortable like representing myself as an artist because that's a little unnatural.
Yeah.
I do love music and like I do spend most of my time like listening and creating music.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I think what you're trying to say, if I'm getting this right, is that you just respect music so much and it means so much to you that it was really uncomfortable putting stuff out because you wanted to do it justice.
Yeah.
And you wanted to make sure
it's like you don't want to bother anybody. Like you're sharing a piece of yourself that's almost subconscious.
The nice thing though is that you can just put anything out and however it is received. The way I look at things is like, thanks for driving fast. The way
that's my dad.
Oh my god. On my way to fuck your bitch. That's your dad.
I hope not.
Wait, what's that? First I park my car, then I fuck your bitch.
I cannot add to this discussion.
Okay, so back to that. Anyway, but like the way I look at it is that like even if it's received poorly or if it doesn't come across the way that you want it to come across, like a year from now you'll look at it and
you'll be like, "Oh, that was cute."
Yeah, it'll mean something to you. And so
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really lovely way of putting it.
Did you
I'm happy to accept that as my final answer.
Final answer.
That's my final answer.
Did you do choir and stuff growing up, or when did the singing start?
Yeah. So, I started wanting to sing like when I was really young because I saw my cousins in like a little theater production that was really good because they did like quality productions.
Where was this at?
They were in like kind of I'm gonna mess this up. Laverne, Upland, that kind of area.
Yeah.
So they have some really nice theaters.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
I say theater. I know it's theater like bird feeder, but
theater?
that's so weird to say to me.
A theater.
I like saying theater. But I
It sounds the same to me. What are you saying?
Theater. Like
theater.
Like, hey.
I had a friend that said it like that, and he thought he was cool for saying it like that.
No, it's not cool, because every time I say it, it just slips out, and then people are like, did you just say theater? And I'm like, theater. It's like it's like being autocorrected live.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, thank you.
That's super funny. It always reminds me of he ate her. And when my friend Hunter, we're not friends anymore.
Like praying mantis?
Something like that. But no, he'd say theater, and I'd be like, he ate her?
Oh, like just to be that person.
I love giving that guy shit. I'm so sorry, Hunter. Why aren't we friends? Anyway, okay. So you saw
this is why.
Your cousin?
Yeah, so I saw my older cousin and cousin who was like around my age in a show, and I just thought it was so cool. And you know why I thought that is because I didn't have cable growing up. We didn't even get satellite, basically. This is classy. But I mean, I watched a lot of movies and old TV shows, and I really love film. I'm not a archive like some people I know, but yeah. I do like to watch a different film every time I watch a movie, and kind of go older because I like the style. But so I saw them in a show, and I think I liked it because I just hadn't, I don't know. I just thought the whole production was very cool. Mm-hmm. I liked all the components that it took to run a storyline live that's not real. I don't think there's anything trippier than that. To this day, right? It's weird, which is why the people in it are so eccentric, because
theater.
What are you doing? If you're doing it well, that's commendable, but at the same time, it's you're playing pretend, aren't you? You know what I'm saying?
They've got split personalities.
I mean, yeah, meanwhile, other people are cops, but again, that's my insecurity about being a performer that did theater, speaking again, because not everyone can do just one job, people need to express themselves as well as enrich other people's lives with song and dance and all that stuff. So sure. It's I totally think it's completely valid, and it would be weird if I had done it or still did it and didn't feel dignified doing it, because I think I don't want people to hear this and think that I don't think it's a very noteworthy thing to be a part of.
Well, I think it is. I think that there's a lot of different angles in the world, and that we should never be ashamed to find the ones that we enjoy the most.
Sure, yeah.
So did you have vocal lessons once you saw that play? You were like, I'm gonna do this shit.
Yeah, I was 5.
Shit.
And very spunky.
Baby Kristolyss. You were in the Kristolyss at that time.
Yes, I'm glad you get the play on words, because anyways, but
people not?
I've had to explain it, which is fine, but they usually think it alludes to something else to do with crystal,
and
I'm
heard of a butterfly? Just kidding.
Can you imagine? That would be so scary.
What the fuck's a butterfly?
No, I love, if you've never been to a butterfly pavilion, you should invest in that experience. They're amazing. Were there enough butterflies, though? Because I've been to quite a few. 3. And sometimes they're subpar. Yeah. You want them swarming you.
I get this.
For the full effect.
Exactly. But I get this feeling there.
Take something, before you go.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just to enrich
the experience. No, I see some people when they go and they're and all these butterflies land on them, and I'm seriously just sitting here
you're those could be seagulls.
No.
Just miniature seagulls.
No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm worried about them. I'm I don't want to hurt you.
Oh yeah,
get the fuck off of me.
Yeah, I feel it. It's hard enough when your puppy, you're petting it and it falls asleep and you have to be somewhere, but butterflies you can't even just kill them. Really communicate. That's all telepathic.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you got to take some LSD before you go in, and you're just please get off me now.
I can't even imagine. I feel you would be looking so intently at them that they would feel uncomfortable. You'd make the butterflies feel unsettled.
You ever do so much LSD that you make the butterflies uncomfortable? Oh my God. Yeah, I get what you're
Yes.
saying, though. Yes, indeed.
No, but yeah, so
Vocal lessons.
my mom basically just like asked around or asked probably my aunts, and then I probably went into like a little stage production of like Sound of Music. I was gonna say Annie, but that happened later. I was in like the Sound of Music, and I had a lot of fun. So after she asked like one of the lead's moms, like, you know, does your daughter take voice lessons, and you know, can we have that info? And so what's funny is my parents are very like I wouldn't say conservative, but they like back in 2000, whatever, like my mom didn't tell me that my voice teacher was a lesbian. She just told me that she like lived with her friend or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And she was this like beautiful, like blonde lady who always wore like the prettiest earrings and like had the most beautiful voice. And I was like, she just lives with her best friend.
She's dope.
I come
Living
over
it up.
once a week and she's super awesome. And that's the person who taught me how to read, I guess, music for like your vocals, you know. I didn't know an instrument at that point, and I still, you know,
I can't read music for shit. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, it's all by ear, and I wish
I'm
I was
no
one of those
pro,
people that
but
knew how.
I sometimes pleasantly surprise myself, but I'm not, you know, I'm not about to like whip that out, you know, to
like,
show off, you know.
Just for your information, everybody, that was actually a D.
Yeah.
That note's a D, and everybody's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I've jammed with a few bands, and we'll be jamming, and I'll like, it'll be close, and they'll go, okay, so the chord progression just go from here to here, and then try G minor, blah blah blah.
Do you hear it and then kind of go off of that?
Yeah, I just listen to it.
It's like muscle memory.
Yeah, and they'll be like, they'll be staring at me, G. No, go to G.
Yeah, and you're like,
And I'll be like, this is called psychedelic experimental rock.
Yeah, you're like, turn up the reverb and maybe you'll appreciate. Like,
do you even take acid? I'm just kidding. But so your parents were like cool with the lesbian, huh?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's why I say like they weren't like conservative, like, oh, like she can't have a voice teacher that was a lesbian, you know, but whenever I think back to, you know, my first voice teacher or whatever, it's like my lesbian voice teacher.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's the thing.
It's lovely to think about.
She seems like a magical person.
She was, and then she moved to Texas, and so I had to, you know, find somebody else. But
what the fuck's in Texas? My drummer, Sean, come back. Sorry.
Is his drum set with him, or is he drumless?
No, he brought his drums. No, he's never even...
Are you holding the drums?
He's never been to California.
Why'd you drop him off in Texas?
He's the sweetest person. But, so the voice lessons, and then you just eventually came up...
I just kept doing more shows, and when, you know, you sign up for like a production that lasts maybe 3 to 4 months, and maybe you're double casted, which means you're in both casts.
Yeah.
So maybe you're doing like 20 to 25 shows in a span of a month.
That's so badass. That's how your voice gets better.
It's
That's
how
your
you
voice
strengthen whatever you got.
What you got. Yeah.
And I don't mean like vocal training strengthening, because that's something very different.
Well, you find a way to naturally sit within what you can do. And then
and then build upon it.
Yeah.
Right. And feel more comfortable, and you hit notes with more ease. And that, you know, was really great for me, because I don't spend too much time when I record, which is good because it costs money. I usually kind of just try to nail it as fast as possible. And I don't really have like let me hear it back. Like, I don't even like to hear things back.
Oh,
like my takes that I take are just like, I remember where I messed up, and the next time I go over it again and try to have no mess ups. And
that's great that you can do that in your mind. Shit.
Well, it's almost like if I couldn't do it at this point, it would be kind of weird. Just because I had to learn so much music and kind of quickly, but you know, it's not like learning math, you know, it's if you like it, you gravitate to it. But
I get what you're saying. It's a tool that you've progressed through over the years. So
sure, it's like it had to be, it had to come along.
Yeah.
But what's funny is
well, they say like 10,000 hours of something and you are an expert.
My dad told me about that. But I don't...
I told you 10,000 times.
The thing that's cool, is my dad, he always tells me things, and then I have to be like, but wait, like, what do you think? Because he never, like,
puts his spin on it.
I mean, he'll put his little flair into it. He'll put his spin into it. Like,
he's got a good... your dad telling you, like...
he's got a good personality. He's, like, a very strong... person, and then he has like a very like funny like undertone to him, but
nice. Well, I can see that in you, like
thank you.
There's this whole like I'm being serious,
I'm
but
copying my father.
We all copy our dads a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of it. But yeah, no, he told me that. He said like I read an article that and I was like 10,000 hours, like do you think so? Like, isn't it kind of like...
Well, you can't play the same note or hit the same note for 10,000 hours straight.
Right.
You have to like experiment for 10,000 hours.
In a sense, like, isn't it the quality of those hours? Because I've done little quickie workshops where you pay a lot of money to like, hone a skill, whether it be like singing or whatever. And the teacher is like a little master, like that's all they do is like teach people how to be better at like what they already want to be good at. That's dope.
Right. But if you're a good person, who gives a shit?
I don't think anyone's a good person. I think people are really good at...
People are flawed, but I think there are good
No, I
souls.
think people are really good at, like, picking the smart thing to do.
And sometimes the smart thing to do is be a good person. But we are flawed.
Yeah, see, like, that's why I can't get into these conversations, because I'm like, you're right. That's all. Like everyone has their own truth, It's like, it sounds right when you say it,
I'm trying more and more to be an optimist, but like even my favorite song, a lyric from it is, if you are conscious, you must be depressed, or at least cynical.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I do believe that we've all got that little thing inside us that keeps us doing bad shit, and
like the devil on your shoulder type.
Yeah. Thing. I think you're right. I think if we combined our things where it's like nobody's a good person,
mm-hmm.
but there are people out there who are trying really hard to be. That's what I think.
Do you think they're trying really hard? Like, cause that, I don't know, like maybe they're just like not trying, and then everything just flows with ease and it's like peaceful to be around them, like
I love those people. That'd be awesome. I'm not one of those people. I have to try to be nice.
I don't know what I am. One of those people.
I mean,
which one of those people am I?
I hate when people go, there's 2 types of people in the world. It's like, no, dude, there's like 7 billion or something. Like,
everyone is a snowflake. No, I'm just kidding. But
everyone's a snowflake, but we're all made out of the same like.
One of my favorite quotes is like, "You're unique, just like everybody else."
That's a good one. I've never heard that one.
Yeah. I think I got it because my birthday's in January. So I got this like snowflake card or whatever because they're like winter vibes. And that's what it said on it. And I was like, thank you. Like,
when's your birthday?
January 16th. Sweet 16 every year.
It's funny. Mine's January 29th.
No way.
Yeah.
Aquarius.
Yeah. It doesn't mean shit. That stuff. What does that mean? No,
I don't gotta say nothing.
Oh, everybody like every time I tell somebody my birthday, they go, "Oh, Aquarius, huh?" And I'm like,
"That's because you're an air sign."
But what does that mean?
I mean, like if you're an earth sign or a fire sign, you're gonna be like,
what?
Because it's just so different. But in a good way. It's like, it's literally the difference between like the left brain and the right brain.
Okay, we gotta pause this, but then you gotta tell me what the fuck's going on because nobody will explain it to me.
I don't know if I can.
Okay. Okay, so you guys can't see me, but the GoPro definitely can. This is me, Andrew from Psychic Wave. I've got Krist with me, the lead singer of Kristolyss. Just dropped some new hot ass shit. No, it is really good. And we're going to talk some music stuff. So you told me to fire some questions away at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Favorite album of all time?
Oh, my God.
Yep.
No.
Starting Too Hard. Yep.
That's ridiculous. Snoop Dogg. Just kidding.
Snoop Dogg, the Dog Pound, 1990.
Obviously. Yeah. Oh, that's easy, actually. Michelle Toombs has this album called Breathe, I think. It's like one of her first albums.
I don't know who that is. What kind of music is that?
Nobody does. I'm just kidding.
She's
actually from Australia, and she was in, like, she was kind of on the scene, like, early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
She has, like, she does all her own instrumentation. Her music is, like, the most calming thing I've ever heard.
Nice.
Without being too, like, you know, like...
Right.
Like, it's not, you know, too far out.
Hom na Krishna. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about that.
All right, so what's her name again?
Michelle Toombs.
Michelle Toombs, like
Tumes.
Oh, okay. That's pretty dope.
My mama put me on.
My mama put me on.
To Michelle Toombs.
Got it from my mama. All right.
Yep.
All right. If you could kill any musician or artist, who would it be? And obviously you're not actually going to kill them.
Kelly.
R. Kelly. He's just pissed on one too many people.
It's like, do whatever you want, you know, piss on whoever you want, as long as it's consensual. I'm not going to take that away from you. It's fucking gross, but do it. But nah, he, like, you know, obviously married a 15-year-old, like.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Aaliyah?
What?
Yeah.
He married Aaliyah?
When she was 15.
The one that died in the plane crash. No shit.
She certainly passed. Rest in peace.
Certainly. The plane definitely did crash.
I mean,
and
it's
she did
tragic,
die.
but, like.
Yeah.
You know, you asked.
I did ask. I had no idea. I didn't know she got pissed on.
To the depths of myself. No, I don't know about that's alleged. That's not even a story.
I'm fucking around.
Move on. She's
all right,
too pure for this.
All right. Okay. Let's see. What questions do we got? If you could drive any car. That's a lame question.
The one I'm driving. The 2007 Nissan.
Okay. If you could work with any musician. Like, actually, you guys would... Yeah, if you guys would actually sit down and make a song together.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Well, now I feel bad because he's alive, but Robert Plant.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Because it would be... Yeah. Like, that would be pretty unexpected. But I feel like we would wail.
We would wail.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking guy. He's still doing it.
Yeah, that's why I said I feel bad for asking dead or alive, but maybe that's...
No. I just mean, like, he's still releasing new albums and stuff, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. If you guys have questions for Kristolyss, fucking ask them.
This ain't Periscope.
This ain't Periscope? I've never been on Periscope.
Just kidding.
Not even once. But
I do not own one.
You don't own a Periscope?
A domain upon Periscope.
Upon Periscope.
Right.
I've never been on. That's not the one where everybody just goes and, like, jerks off, right? Oh, no. That's,
I hope not. But
that's what the fuck's that one? There's a bunch of memes like with it where people.
Sure.
Oh, it's the chat roulette. Everybody goes on. You're acting like you don't
Scandalous.
know.
No, I actually don't.
Oh,
I grew up with no cable, so.
Where'd you grow up?
Brea.
Okay.
I grew up Amish. No, nah, I was just joking. Like, if you start out behind, like, you're gonna end up behind.
That's not true. Come on.
I know about Skype.
You know,
what's that?
You've got a deeper appreciation for the sweeter things in life. I guarantee that.
Like video chatting?
Yeah, like masturbating on.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
I don't condone unnecessary photography of the Panagia.
The Panagia?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was going to say clerical.
Let's make shirts.
That just say Panagia?
Yeah, and just has like a pansy on it or something.
That'd be good.
It would be fine.
We got the printing press right there now. We can do whatever.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you hear that, folks? He has a printing press. No, I'm actually going to use it. That's the joke. Well, I'll pay and whatnot. I'm sure I'll get like a coupon.
One Psychic Wave coupon coming up. Good for...
I mean, I've modeled the shirts, so...
You have, yeah. Thanks for that.
To the best of my ability. I'm just kidding. No, thank you for sending those shirts. I wear them often.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool being like, it's my friend's band. Like, dude, no big deal.
People get really weird about, like, giving people stuff for free.
Oh, yeah?
They do like
that's why you just gotta like drop it and leave. Like
no
like ding dong.
I think people that give things for free, they don't really care that they're giving it, but I think people like there's this weird thing in the industry where people don't want to give anything for free. And I guess I wasn't really giving you the shirt for free because you posted a picture and I got a bunch of followers. So it was like why not? Huzzah. But,
that's awesome.
So let's do some shout outs to your homies. Some music homies.
No. Just for my song Behind Time that I released last week, Tico made that beat.
I looked him up, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. If you go to my Instagram and click on the artwork, he's tagged. And then DJ Zol mixed and mastered it. He actually also spent some time growing up in Brea. So that's random and awesome because I heard about him through like my Lyft driver.
What the fuck? No, tell this.
One, I was just like, if they're open, like if your Lyft driver's open to talk to, like, sure. I like talking to them sometimes. Like, if I don't, I'll put in like headphones, but not earbuds. But, no, I was talking to my driver because he did audio engineering and I went to school for that for some time. So I was like, showing him some stuff and he was showing me some of his stuff. And then he gave me the info on like this studio that I've started to record at and like is so awesome. But I didn't look it up for like 2 months. Like I wrote it down in the little notes section of my iPhone. Mm-hmm. And, which was a different phone than what I have now. And, I didn't look it up for like 2 months cause I have this kind of like stigma or like mentality that like, it's not that easy, like
right.
Someone's not just gonna like give me like the plug for who I'm gonna be like paying to record with, like right, yeah. I know enough people. But I randomly like was going through that phone because I was like clearing it out and I was looking at the note and I was like it took me a second to remember and then I looked them up and I was like, whoa, like this looks cool. Like they're so like West Coast like spirited, like they're real like OG guys, like they're not just like they just graduated type. Like they've been doing this for a long time and they're so dope. So I called them and I ended up like talking to Zol and he literally, I guess he had an ex-girlfriend named Kristen. Oh. And so like if someone hasn't met me, I'm not really gonna be like Chris. I'll be like, oh, my name's Kristen. Right. Like call me Kristen or Chris. I
do the same way. I say Andrew until we hang out, then it's Drew.
Yeah. And so I guess I guess we have similar like voices over the phone or something. So he's like, he was like, oh, how did you get this number? And I was like, I found it off your website, like already like regretting it. And then he was like, wait, whoa, like I just realized like I thought you were my girlfriend, Kristen, like ex-girl. Right. And I was like dying, like, oh my gosh.
That's just a very sly pickup line that women haven't picked up on yet.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh shit, you sound just like my ex-girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not even. Like, not even.
No,
we all met, and like we all clicked right away, like him and Mike, who owns Lip Drum, and it's Lip Drum Entertainment. And then my like little Daft Punk, my little producers, not mine. They're not mine at all. Like I pay them for these beats, like because I love their beats so much. But Tico and Jeff Chef. So
Jeff the
Tico
Chef.
And Chef, yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff wasn't on the song Behind Time, but he's on the second single that I'm putting out this week called Peace of Mind.
Yeah, so there's more stuff coming out for you right now.
Yeah.
You've got it on Spotify, iTunes. You've got Behind Time on Spotify, iTunes, and what else? There was one more.
Apple Music, Tidal.
Okay,
I think Amazon. Yeah, like pretty much a lot of places where iHeartRadio, like anywhere you can like stream.
And you'll be putting out the next one. Do you have a date for that?
No, just because like I still haven't gotten down the timing that it takes. Like after you submit a song, they have to review it and just make sure it's not like 5 minutes of you like playing the bongos on like your girlfriend's ass or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so
there's a place for that in art, by the way. There is.
I agree. But something like that. So my initial plan was to drop Behind Time on the 4th of July. And if you look at the date, you know, that it says it was dropped, it says the 4th of July, but it actually like showed up on the stores like I think on the 6th or the 7th, maybe the 8th. And so I was like so excited to drop it, and then I had to wait. So I put it on my Tumblr, just like a secret link. And then I messaged like a few friends and people that I thought might, you know, want to listen to it. And I was like, it's taking, you know.
Why wasn't I on that list?
I don't think
calling her out beef.
We're like Instagram associates. Like
yeah, but we were Tumblr buddies. That's
true. We met through SoundCloud, and then I happened upon your SoundCloud, and all it said was like United States. That's all it said. I don't want you fuckers to know where I'm from. I'm not a stan. Like I somehow ended up on it. Because I was listening to all this rock in one day, and I'm sure like it picks up, you know, what's in your area, but I'm not thinking like that because like I'm just getting into SoundCloud, yeah, and I'm like cleaning my room, and you know, like stuff is just playing, and so
Letter to Me, I think is the one that you messaged me about.
I messaged you about your videotape cover.
Oh yeah, that one was really fun. I like that.
Yeah, I think I heard your Letter to Me, and then I heard videotape. And I was like, whoa, I love this, because I love finding music that I can just like zone out to and think about other stuff, like music that doesn't like call all the attention on it.
Right. Yeah.
But then when you do like zero in and like break it down, like it is usually prolific, you know? So I just like, and also like I have trouble sleeping. So it's like I love making and listening to music that, you know, I can fall asleep to. So I think I messaged you and I was like, thank you so much, like, for, you know, recording this song. Like, again, I don't know what you look like. Like, I don't follow your Tumblr. Like, it's literally just your SoundCloud. And I'm like, it's actually, like, been helping me, like, sleep. Like, I'm not this, like...
I was too embarrassed at that time to put my information because I didn't know if it was good or
like,
not.
And I'm not this, like, cheesy in person, so... It honestly just was like really good, and like when I like people's music, like I love to tell them like
I'm the same way. You got to
respectfully, you know.
It feels good. It feels good.
It's nice. So yeah, and then I think I followed you. Like we found each other's Tumblrs or exchanged Tumblrs, and then it was like another year of like following each other until we realized.
You were right.
We literally live
on the same street.
Not just Orange County, but like used to live like on a very like it was weird.
Imperial. We were both pretty much off of there.
And I never went to like public school in Fullerton or Brea, so I didn't really know the people like you know that you would normally know. Yeah,
I went to private school too. I went to Fairmont over in Anaheim.
That's crazy. I went to Vineyard for like the beginning of
I don't know that one.
They're right next to each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went there for high school. In
Anaheim by Cinema City now?
Brookhurst and La Palma. That's where I'm at. All right, what I do want to get into is what your album's about and why you wrote it.
Okay. Cool.
That's very
Should I just go?
Yeah, that's very important. What's your album about? Why'd you write it?
So the name of the album is Conformula, and I came up with that name because I heard my dad giving my younger sister like a spelling pretest because she had like a little test, and like one of the words was conform, and then like the word directly next, you know, was formula, and I just heard like Conformula, and I was like, oh, that's cool, like. And I'm always kind of like doing that with words. Like sometimes I'll write them down, but usually like I just let the moment pass or whatever because that's weird. But
my last apartment, I'd be like fucking hammered. Like I'd just be drinking or something on the weekend, and I have like so many journals where like somebody would say something, and I'd open it up and drunkenly I'd be like, "Conformula." I'm just kidding. No, that's way that's way cooler than anything that I've ever written down. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome. Hopefully, you still like keep those on the coffee table or something.
I love my journals, but so Conformula, little.
It wasn't like I really had to work hard, you know, like I just kind of heard the name, and then I started like writing like a short story, and then I was like, I want to like make music that like you could listen to like while reading this book, which is like a really like weird thing to do.
No, it's not.
I was having trouble like finding the right music for like when I would read, which sounds weird. Because I didn't want to hear like just instrumental, because I actually focus more on like the musical notes. So I kind of like just like, you know, 311 in the background, like just something like chill.
Amber
so I can
is the color of
exactly
energy.
like something just laid back, so I can like focus. But
that's some 90s stoner shit. Not shit in a bad way. I do actually cheesily love 311. Those hit songs.
Who doesn't? Like, how can you not?
Dude, that phaser that they have on that. Oh, don't get me started.
You just sighed.
I did.
But
that's how good music can be.
It can be as good as 311. It's usually not. I'm just kidding.
It's usually better. Just kidding. That was a really asshole.
I cannot say.
I know. I just acted like
That's
I've
like
been
their only song that I really know too.
Amber,
Amber. Yeah.
I was just like, I just talked right now like I have been in the industry for years and I've like made millions of dollars.
You just noticed.
Okay. Okay, no. So there's this short. You're writing a short story.
Okay, so I wrote a short story, and then, funnily enough, that's not a word. Oddly enough, my my writing teacher senior year, I only had 2 classes senior year, writing and choir. Nice. So yeah, I was in choir, which was a question you asked like an hour ago, but just for funsies. No, but my English professor teacher had, you know, an assignment for us to do a short story. So I was like, I'm already working on this, like might as well submit it. And then I like wrote the story, and it was really cool. It was like a what's it called? What genre is that? I'm too high. Psychological thriller. There we go. Psychological thriller. I kept wanting to say psychedelic thriller, but
I bring up psychedelic rock a lot. That's my fault.
Oh, well, anyways,
it's a psychedelicological thriller.
Yeah, exactly. It was on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, so it was like a psychological thriller, which that's my favorite genre of movies and books. So I tried to write a story like that, you know? Nice. And then I kind of thought like, well, what if it's like a movie? Like,
real quick. Yeah. Did you watch The Discovery? It's on Netflix. Watch
Is it a show or a movie?
Movie.
Okay, because if you're gonna say show, I'd be like, sorry, you can't.
Oh, you can't get into any more shows? No, The Discovery.
No, I don't know.
The Discovery is a very good psychological thriller that I just watched. You'll like it.
What's funny is I may have seen it already.
The one with Jason Segel and that blonde chick.
I just plow through that genre.
I just plow through movies.
The psychological thriller genre until I like feel like I'm Dexter or something.
1 out of 10. How would you rate Clockwork Orange, the movie?
Well, like on the basis of an art film or on the basis of
film? How much you enjoy it. That's it. Just you.
How much I enjoy it.
It's a personal take.
I don't really like enjoy those movies for their plot, because it's so obvious what they're gonna do,
right?
And because it's so much of like a thrill factor, or a horror factor that they're doing it. It's like if I can already picture them going to those lengths. It bores you? No, because it's very trippy and like colorful, and I like the color palette of that movie. So it's like, yeah. I couldn't give it like a scale rating.
All right, we'll go back. So psychological thriller.
So I wrote that story, and then I was like, well, what if it was a movie? And like, again, this isn't like me really taking this seriously. Like I'm actually going to make a movie. It's just like for fun, you know? and like to entertain myself. So I started to write the movie, and then I was like, no, I need to write like an album, and then each song is like a scene or a culmination of scenes or a visual experience. So then you have this like visual, psychological, psychedelic thriller.
Yeah.
And then you have your own music over it. And not a lot of talking, like not too much dialogue, like some dialogue, but I was like, that would be the perfect like movie for me to watch.
It sounds like you're more into what the vibe or what's about to happen than the actual dialogue.
Like the feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot of acid? I'm sorry, we're on Instagram Live and on a podcast, but
like, as in, do I do it consistently, or have I had like I don't do it like every week. I don't do it like every month.
I've done acid maybe 7 times.
I just like never recommend doing anything to anybody because
no, it has to be for you.
No.
No. I'm saying like as a person, if you decide.
Oh yeah, like it has to be your choice for sure.
It was just a question between you and me. Like, do you?
I have.
Not if. Okay, yeah, me too. Okay.
The last time I did was like a month and a half ago, so most people would have probably just said yes.
2 months ago, me too. I went to Joshua Tree, did that.
Yeah, I didn't. I went to the 14th Factory.
Where's that?
It's in LA. It's like a visual museum.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, dude. I don't like being around people on acid. I keep straying the thing away from your album. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I like being alone on. I do, honestly. I mean, I don't like to. I like being with people who are also on it. Like, I'm not trying to be around people who aren't.
Right.
If that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And then hopefully it's a like malleable group of people, like you guys can come together and go apart and come together, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully like you're in a safe space and you're very comfortable. Like what's weird is I always like take a shower like before and like eat really good that day and like get all these blankets and put
You've got to prepare for acid.
Drink a lot of water. Like it's like what I assume people do when they train for a marathon.
Yeah.
It's so draining.
PSA.
That's why I don't like to do it. Like, that's why I'm not like acid. Because
dude, it takes a lot out of me. It takes a lot out of me. It's a mental drug. A mental drug for sure.
I'm glad we had this acid talk.
PSA. Don't do drugs unless you want to. Sorry, no.
Unless
don't
you
do
have
drugs.
to.
Unless you have to. Unless somebody's forcing you to do drugs to have a good time.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm being really bad. I shouldn't have said that. That was dark. That's not close to me at all. Hold on. Turn this little bastard. I stole this from my little brother. This whole...
Even this?
No, that's mine.
I was like...
Wait. No. This is actually mine, but it's got some weird-ass thing in the back.
That looks like we're on the radio in the 20s.
Well, listen here, see?
Yeah.
I'm here with Kristolyss. Sing one of your G-rated songs.
I would have been a jam back then.
I'm a hunky-dory little thing. Oh my god.
My hair would have been super short. That's probably a given. Little bob.
Right now. Okay. I'm here with Kristolyss. New album.
Yes.
Conformula.
That is the title.
We talked about how the album came about.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just an exercise in writing and all that. And so after you had the reason for writing the album, how did it change and what did it start to mean to you? Did it become something else?
Well, I started writing music in 2012 and I thought of the idea behind the album in 2014. So I was kind of like, well, I can pull some of these songs that I've been writing and then, you know, whatever I feel is missing to make it like a full rounded album, I'll just write, you know, in the span of this year or a few months or like however long it takes. Like I didn't have any kind of deadline, you know?
Right.
And I was writing a lot every single day and, you know, picking and choosing. Sometimes I would only write like one verse out of the whole day that I would put in a song. But the chorus for that song would be like the chorus of a song that I wrote like a few days, you know, previous, and that, you
Yeah.
know,
I know,
so just
yeah.
kind of like mixing and matching and just trying to write like as much as possible.
Music evolves in a really strange way, and I think that people don't understand that when they haven't actually written music. Like, you hear a song and you're like, oh, it just comes together, right? Like in a consecutive order.
Well, it's just like,
It doesn't.
you know, writing like a lengthy message, like whether it's like an email or like a text. Like if you really want to get your point across, you're going to revise it a lot.
Yeah, true.
And so
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, whenever I'm initially writing, all the parts are separate anyway, you know, like the lyrics, it's just a poem, like there's no melody attached to it. And then if I come up with a beat or a melody, or if I'm sent one, or if I buy one, you know, then I'll put all my poems on that beat and be like, which one sounds the best?
You try to match the vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, in the beginning, it definitely, like, they're all separate components, and then you're just kind of revising to get, you know, whatever, you know, your point is, like, across. So
Yeah.
Conformula, like, I started making it, and then I totally stopped up until like December of 2016.
Okay.
I had met Jeff, like my like music partner, like he makes all my songs with me. I met him in recording one class.
Is he Tico? No.
No.
Separate.
Yeah,
Okay.
their names are Jeff and Tico.
Jeff and Tico.
Jeff, like he's the chef, you know? So that's what we call him.
Jeff the chef.
But he cooks up the beats. Cooks up something nice. Nah, he doesn't beatbox. That would be so corny.
It is corny, right?
It is corny.
Jeff cooks up the beats.
Yes, Jeff is the chef. And so we met in school, and like we always just like, I don't know, like we had regard for each other because I had seen him play bass, and then he had heard me sing at some point. So it's like we were cool with each other, but like, you know, school like is pretty taxing, like because you're full time when you're in audio engineering. So it's like you're not even recording or doing your own music, which is like all that I thought I would be doing when I went to school for that, which was, you know, obviously not true. But, you know, you do get the skill sets that you need later on. It's just like you can't, you know, kill two birds with one stone in a sense.
Two birds, one of them stoned.
So, yeah. But basically, later on in 2016, I forget when, I think we went to school 2015, you know, winter that semester. And then sometime, and like we had hung out like since then and played music and jammed, but it was all just like for fun. And then eventually he was hitting me up and was like, one of my friends is here, like we're recording a song, like come through and like put some vocals on it. And I was like, like send it to me first. Like I'm not just gonna
sit with it.
Nah. Like
well,
I
that's
more wanted to like, you know, I didn't want to tell them that I didn't like it in person.
Oh,
you know?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's shitty.
And
I mean, it's not shitty of you. That's a good.
It is shitty, but
I mean, you don't want to do anything.
I was like, just send it to me first.
Yeah.
Which, you know, sounds nice over text, like with a smiley face. But they sent it to me, and it actually was really cool. It was like kind of a Red Hot Chili Peppers vibe, and I love them. And so I wasn't even thinking like, oh, I want to, you know, jump on this song. But I was like, they really have something like that sounds cool. Like if they're just recording and like messing around like with sound, like I'm down. That's what I like to do because I don't have like a plan, you know, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
And so
if they're going to keep doing this, you want to be a part of it later.
And they're inviting me.
Yeah.
And there's pizza, like I'll go.
Oh shit.
Nah, but yeah, so I went over there one day and we just started like showing each other like our lyrics and our beats, and I'd been like doing my own stuff too. Like even though I'm using like Jeff and Tico's music, like it's because I like it. You know, like I love it. It's not because I have no idea what melodies I want, you know? And I actually don't even care about people knowing that part, but it's like, I'll say it once, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a part of me too, like, cause I make all the parts in the music that I make, but there's a part of me that would love to have the freedom to be a singer where people hit me up and I do all kinds of different music. Yeah. Because I like, I don't think it's a dick thing to say that I like your own voice. I like the way like I sound, and I like the way you sound, and like you're allowed to like enjoy yourself over any type of music.
Right.
And if that's what I really applaud you for that, because I wish I had the musical freedom to do that, but I just don't. I don't.
No, yeah, I really just wanted to make all the songs very, not too psychedelic, but very like ethereal and colorful.
You want a trippy aspect to songs.
Well, because if you look at like my photography and what's gonna be like the visuals for this, it does have that element to it, like among others.
Yes, so, definitely.
You know, I wanted something that matched like sonically. So when I heard like their beats, like they make mostly like, well, Tico makes like trap beats, like amazing. Like he literally just met like Kendrick Lamar and 2 Chainz.
That
and, like,
damn album is pretty,
but like
good.
Is networking with them, you know,
it's pretty weird.
Like I know, like that Tico's not just gonna be around for like months. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna get picked up real quick. So when Jeff introduced him to me, I was just like enjoying his music. Like I never asked for anything. Like I was never trying to like spit some like melody over it or whatever, you know, like even though I obviously love to do that over his beats, I was just like, whoa. Like,
I like that what you're doing, especially in Behind Time, is not rapping. It's not just singing either, like classical singing, like how you would describe it to somebody. It's a combination of both. And then you've got the combination of rhythmic rapping.
I call it like rhyming.
So you've got the combination of rhyming. You've got the combination of your classically beautiful singing voice. And then you've got these effects that you put on it that are very much psychedelic. And the combination of all three and the experimentation that you've been doing with it is... I liked it a lot.
And you know what I actually realized when we started putting these singles together, and we're putting the rest of the album together, like... as we speak, because we have a full track list. We have all the demos recorded. It's
awesome.
I've started...
It's such a good feeling, right?
Yeah, it really is.
It takes a while.
Yeah. I started pulling, because all my demos were live, just one take, so that I could, you know, in case anything bad happened, like, I at least have like the memory of whatever.
Yeah, I do that too.
Not even like if anything bad happens, like I just have a bad memory.
Sometimes
so
if something good happens and you can't remember it, you can go back and be like, oh shit, that's what I did.
Right, exactly. So what I did, not for Behind Time, but for this next song, is I recorded all of the harmonies and like the underbelly vocals of the song and did effects on those. And I'm starting to do where I put a live one take as the lead vocal. And so that's awesome. Have like all the saturated kind of robotic,
and then
but also
the natural like, rawness of that
extraterrestrial
one take. Qualities
of those effects, and then it's like very real.
That's probably why I liked it, because you definitely did layer the vocals for the parts behind the lead vocal. I noticed that, but you know, and honestly, like I only listen to a select amount of beats or hip hop or whatever you want to call that genre of music, but I really liked it. It was good, man.
They're amazing.
You liked it, but there were some decisions that were made that were clearly the right decision, that didn't necessarily make you fall into a clear category. Yeah. Which I think is one of those things you got to do to set yourself apart. You can't just like follow a formula.
We just put it under.
You can't follow a formula.
Basically, no, because you choose 2 genres, obviously, when you put a song up. So we put it under alternative and singer-songwriter.
It's good.
Because even though that song, you know, has like Tico's trap elements underneath, like half of the songs are Tico's beats, the other half is Jeff's. And I'll give you like a little snippet to put on this, like, because I'm getting the mix tomorrow night, and so I'm gonna drop it tomorrow night, but who knows like how many days it's gonna take.
Yeah, I know how it is.
So
I'm fully endorsing it. I like that shit a lot.
My burrito budget.
I thought you said that was taken care of. No,
it is, but it can always be fatter.
Everybody needs like an extra burrito. Yeah, everybody needs that leftover in the fridge.
Yeah, I mean, I already have There's a spot real nearby that I want to go to right now.
Where? Where's the
It's
spot?
called Harbor Mexican Cafe.
Dude, I don't even know about that. Is it?
I've been going there
I'm guessing
since
it's
I
on
was
Harbor.
a child. Yeah.
Okay, so Harbor and what? Let's shout them out. Or should we not shout them out?
know.
Are we gonna
That's scary.
blow the
I don't want to
cover?
blow up my eatery. Just kidding.
All right, I'll cut it out. No, really, where it's at? Because I like this place right
You'll
here.
find it if you just type it in. Like I should
okay.
know, but I don't.
Okay.
Like
Anyway,
exciting stuff.
Anyway, 7th episode of the Psychic Wave podcast with Krist from Kristolyss. Check out her stuff. She's on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all the big names, motherfucker, blowing up. The album is called Conformula, and I fully endorse this message. Please check it out. She's
Thank you.
got some really good stuff on there. The lyrics, if you're a person like me who does check out lyrics and actually listens, are very personal and very beautiful.
Thank you.
There's poetry within the beats. And just thanks for coming on, and we need to hang out more, man.
Me, of course.
Yeah, let's do it. It's really great to have you
summer.
on. It's summer. What the fuck does that mean?
Gotta hang out with the homies.
Gotta hang out with the homies in summer. You heard it here.
Tips. Crisp
Tips.
tips.
Crisp tips. With a P. Crisp. We're gonna annoy so many people with this popping P's. All right. Thanks for checking it out. All right.